It's Western Conference time for the traveling Golden State Warriors today. Welcome to the Tuesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. Just a single game here at home. After this one, it's back on the road for the Spurs.
And Kevin, things really starting to get out of control for them. I mean, this losing streak is becoming an embarrassment, and it's only going to get worse if they don't figure out a way to stop it soon.
Yeah, sometimes, though, you just need to make changes, pure and simple. Maybe you look to shake up that starting lineup, possibly a trade. But right now, clearly this team has lost confidence, and something's got to give.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Barnes and Green of the forward set. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. And it's Bogut at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now the dish to Thompson. And it's Thompson again missing. Warriors on D. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
Yeah, their defense got sliced and diced in that game. They just weren't closing down on perimeter shooters, not nearly quick enough, and then they gave up their fair share of those point-blank shots on the interior as well.
Something was clearly amiss for them, Greg. I mean, to let an opponent shoot that high a percentage, you got to take a real long look in the mirror after a game like that.
Parker dishes to Duncan. Outside Leonard. Back to Duncan. They set the pick. There's Green with the three. And Curry pulls it down.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
The Spurs have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Parker kicks to Duncan. He dishes it to Leonard. San Antonio again missing.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
And the Spurs last season became the first franchise to hire a female assistant coach. A big step, not just for the Spurs, but really for all of the NBA.
Not a fast start here for the Spurs. It's a 5-point game. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
And when things started to go wrong for them in that game, boy, did they ever go wrong. They just could never get back on track in that game.
Greg, the problem to me was no consistency. Anytime they strung together a couple of baskets, they couldn't build on it.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, it really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
And the Warriors making a change here. Azili's checked in.
You know, that's hard to explain that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
Passes to Barbosa. It's stolen by Martin. They're running. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
And Kerr is so good with the media because, Greg, he was a media member for so long. You know that as well as anybody. Clark, I don't think he ever tried his hand at broadcasting, though. I can't see him doing that, could you?
Yeah, right,
No,
right,
I couldn't.
Right. He probably just drone on as a broadcaster and would rarely contribute anything of note. Some guys have what it takes to call games, and Steve just No. Scratch me as that kind of
guy. No. Livingston hits both of them.
He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throws. Beautiful to watch.
And Mills kicks to Diaz. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And as we close in on the start of the playoffs, let's see how the West is stacking up. Taking a look at Golden State and checking out San Antonio. Tied up with him. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And Diaz drops them both. 2 left here in the first quarter. Livingston kicks to Ezeli. Diaz. Back to Diaz. He kicks it to Mills. 6 on the shot clock. The foul called on Festus Ezeli. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Oh, no. Not the guy you want to put on the line, Kevin. He's an ATM from the free throw line.
Manu Ginobili's checked in for West. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Golden State. Ian Clark comes in for Leandro Barbosa.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish. And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like great, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Livingston dishes to Ezeli, and that one's good by Clark. And here's Mills. It's tipped. Got it off in time. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game stats-wise?
I tell you what, defensively, they have been in tune with one another, as intense as I've seen.
Yeah, nice job helping out on the rotations and drives, doing really good work at the defensive end.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, it's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Rush in at the 3, the small forward. The Warriors leading. It's Curry with the drive. Here's Green. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Hey, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Now here's Leonard. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game.
And one thing that everybody loves about Coach Pop is his frankness. You get a taste of it in interviews, but he's as honest and straightforward with you as he is with anybody else.
Parker with it. Picked up by Thompson. And Leonard gets it to go.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
Leonard with the steal. To the middle. Here's Ginobili. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
West is checked in for San Antonio. Curry kicks to Thompson. Outside, Green. The feed to Thompson. The three-pointer off the mark. San Antonio trailing here. And Parker, here we go. Barnes grabs the miss.
When you do moves like that and you miss, you know you're going to hear it from your coaches and your teammates.
And they will call over the back on the play.
Yeah, not afraid of the physical play, but he still needs to stay under control.
Yeah, he obviously was not under control right there. Not much doubt he was going to get whistled for the over-the-back call.
Duncan, he's checked in for David West. And the Warriors also making a change. Spates is checked in. No good.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And it's just not a good play.
Leonard attacking with the steal. And it's the Warriors on the break. Curry's got the ball. And the rejection by Leonard. And they're able to recover.
Kevin, here's where the Warriors rank in the NBA over the last month. First in assists, first in three-point shooting. And they're the #2 scoring team in the league. This is a well-balanced, well-oiled offensive machine.
And how about that assist rate? Great chemistry offensively, playing with one mind, if you will, all on the same page. That's special basketball we're witnessing here tonight.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Golden State. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Barbosa gets the bucket.
And I don't think that was the shot they had in mind, but they'll take it.
Timeout Spurs.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the inability to make threes in that game, because they took a lot of them, I think, is why they ended up on the short end of the stick.
Yeah, they did take a bunch of them. Sometimes you can make up for poor three-point shooting with a strong inside game, but their inside game just wasn't strong enough.
Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Livingston kicks to Barbosa. Can't hit. Great D that time from Green. For San Antonio, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Double team on Aldridge. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Boris Diaz checked in for Aldridge. Anderson comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Kevin Martin, he's checked in for Green. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Bazili's checked in for the Warriors. Rush comes in for Draymond Green.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Ian Clark's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. 1:03 left in the first half. Livingston passes to Rush. Kicks it out to Iguodala. And the Warriors miss again. The Spurs have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Duncan dishes to Diaw. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for San Antonio. .26 seconds left here in the second. Over to the wing. Back to Diaw. Shot clock at 5. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Livingston kicks to Rush. Zili. It's blocked. Three-pointer. Martin got it off in time, but it's no good. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Spurs up 1. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
Here we go, San Antonio.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. One of the stories here, Boris Diaw really getting it done today.
Yeah, and the numbers don't jump out at you, but the impact on the game sure does.
Trust me, he's getting it done. Even though the numbers may not reflect it, this guy's making it happen.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. One of the stories here, Boris Diaw really getting it done today.
But really, the numbers aren't gaudy. They don't stick out, but his energy and impact does.
That's right. Sometimes the stats are facade. I mean, he's passing the eye test with his impact on the floor, though.
Parker and Green are the guard pairing. Kawhi Leonard is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Duncan in at the 5 down low. That's the San Antonio 5.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Here's Aldridge. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. Aldridge has got his first 3 points in the game. Clark, third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
Yeah, it's really been a bit of a tug of war. Back and forth we go.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Warriors with the rebound.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Here's Parker. Green with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Duncan kicks to Green. Down low. Here's Leonard.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Timeout called the Warriors.
All right, fans, one more time. Keep it going for your Silver Dancers.
Warriors trail by 4. Average is over 30 points a game.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
The Spurs have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. And it's Parker in the corner. Pass to Duncan. Spurs working the ball around now. Misses in close.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
Well, the numbers since the All-Star break, and here's how San Antonio ranks league-wide. First in free throw percentage. Second in fewest turnovers per game. And they're ranked third in team blocks, getting after it defensively in the paint.
And you look at their ranking, tops in free throw percentage. I think it speaks to their focus and discipline as a team. They look to capitalize on every mistake.
Antonio calls timeout, and the Spurs making a change here. West is checked in. The Warriors also with a sub. Spates checked in for Andrew Bogut. It's stolen by Curry. And now in transition, it's Barnes. Here we go. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Right side, Leonard. He feeds it to West. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Leandro Barbosa. He's checked in for Harrison Barnes. Now here's Green. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Green passes to Leonard. And he goes the one-handed jam.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And they better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Assist goes to.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
West outside. Kicks it to Leonard. It's stolen by Curry. Goes up. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
The drive by Green. This game has a lot of character here in the third period.
Yeah, you know what, guys? I love seeing this type of action. A competitive, compelling matchup. A lot of lead changes here so far.
Yeah, 6 already. Intensity is the theme for this.
The Warriors have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Kicks it out to Barbosa. Thompson for the triple. But they get it back. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 5th rebound in this one. To the middle. And stolen by Spates. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Barbosa. And the Warriors lead by 3.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Here's Marjanovic. Iguodala with the steal. Here is Livingston. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. And it's Iguodala missing. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Warriors ahead as they dominate the last minutes of the quarter on an 8-0 run. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And thanks for joining us again as the 4th quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. On the court for Golden State here in the 4th. Harrison Barnes is out there with Iguodala. Then there's Ian Clark. Then there's Livingston. And it's Bogut in at the 5, roaming the paint. Parker drives in. And it's blocked. And the dunk by Barnes.
Love the assist. I mean, he knew exactly where that pass had to be to create that opportunity.
And here's Leonard from 3. Here's Duncan. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
That's his first personal foul.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they got down to transition.
The Warriors making a switch here. Curry's checked in.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Thompson comes in for Ian Clark.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Warriors leading by 6. Thompson outside. Shoots the 3. Here's Bogut. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Parker against Curry. Now here's Thompson. Here's the 3. Curry with another miss.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
And Leonard gets it to go.
He's been much more effective in the second half than he was in the first.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Steve Kerr was saying to the team. He was absolutely adamant, saying, don't let them off the hook. Let's keep our foot on the pedal and keep doing the things that have gotten us here this far. We're almost home.
And thank you for that, Doris.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, it's a nice pass.
Anderson, he's checked in for Leonard. Kept alive. It's stolen by Green. And Thompson kicks to Iguodala. And that one is stuffed right through.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Here's Curry, following the basket by LaMarcus Aldridge. Back to Curry. Outside, Green. Outside, Curry. Clock at 6. Thompson misses.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
The drive by Aldridge. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That's on Andrew Bogut.
Shooting for San Antonio.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within 5.
2 shots.
Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for San Antonio. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
Boy, he'd sure like to have that miss back. Hard to chip away at a lead when you're leaving freebies at the line. And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Here's Duncan. Misses the layup. Warriors leading by 7. And Thompson kicks to Curry for 3. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. Spurs making a switch here. Mills is checked in. Barnes is checked in for Golden State. The Spurs have gone 3 of 8 here. Gets it to go on the assist by Mills. And it's 7 points for Aldridge.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
Thompson kicks to Green. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Leonard. Inside. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Warriors have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Outside, Green. Outside, Curry. Another miss by Curry.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's played tight. I mean, you can see it. No flow at all to his game right now.
Back to Barnes. Bogut gets the bucket. And the Warriors lead by 7.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're behind by 7. 23 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, they can call all the timeouts they want, but really, I don't think it matters at this point.
Yeah, I'm ready to go home just like the players are. There's nothing they can do to salvage this one right now. Let's go. Get out of here. Game done.
Yep. You summed it up.
I was going to say, yeah, I don't think we need to comment after that.
Adios. So we see the Warriors get the win here. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work.